Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? I have a question for you. Where do you cut your toenails, and where do you put them? I know this is a really weird question, but I'm kind of curious, and I'll explain why. Like me, I'll just cut my toenails, like whenever they need to be cut. Usually on, kitchen chair, living room chair, on my bed. But I always make sure to, I put them on a little pile and then I pick them up and put them in the garbage. So the other day, in our bathroom, master bathroom, it's got two sinks. Worst thing ever. If I ever built a house, I would not put two sinks in my bathroom because it's just another sink for me to clean. I just hate it. But anyway, we have two sinks. And I looked over in my husband's side. Mine's always dirty because the grandkids use mine. And, if somebody uses the bathroom, they always use mine. And I don't clean mine very well or regularly because I'm always cleaning the other bathroom. So whatever. There's mine. And then there's my husband's. And he's got like every single toenail that he could cut off in the sink. And I'm looking at this going, if those go down, they're going to catch on hair and everything. They're going to plug the sink up, right? And second of all I could think was, did he actually get his leg up that high? He's got all these issues, and all I can think is, how did he get his foot up that high? I could probably do it, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to strain anything or pull anything. You could probably pull a groin muscle doing that. But all I can think is, did he really get his foot up that high? And what the heck are they still doing in the sink? And they were there for a couple days. I'm like, are you brushing your teeth with us? Or you brush your teeth? He says he does. He does. But all I can think is what do other people do? I mean, but I haven't asked him. Eventually they disappeared, and I just don't want to know if he stuck them down the sink or not. So what do you do with your toenails? Do you throw them away? Do you leave them on the floor? Do you do other things with them? I'm just kind of curious. It's kind of a stupid question, but that's just me. That's just me. Yeah. But anyway, today we are doing a soap that I'm going to show you what happens when it's so excessively super fatted that it doesn't know what to do. It's a gorgeous soap. It's a yummy soap. Yep. I'll show you a leather test at the end. And I'll tell you what happened in the video. So 3 things: be kind, be forgiving, be you, and let's go check out Lavender and Sage of the Wildflowers and Bees soaps. Okay, into the soap. Sure, that's not the topic of discussion that you really thought we were gonna do, but I mean, it's a solid question. Okay, the Lavender and Sage soap. I had such high hopes for this soap, and I'm not going to say it backfired. It didn't. It's just something happened to where it didn't turn out as expected, and I know exactly what I did. I did a master batch, like I always do, for 60 ounces of oils, and I did 20 ounces to make my 70 soap. You can actually see the column mold right there. And then I had the 40. But for some reason, I think I did the 33 ounces of lye ratio instead of the 40 ounces. And it's hellaciously super fatted. But we'll get into that problem a little bit later. This is Lavender Sage Fragrance Oil from Wholesale Supplies Plus. And my colors are, the one I just did was Silver Mist Mica. And this one is just the titanium dioxide. And that one, gorgeous color green, is sliced kiwi with a touch of black oxide in it. Okay, just a touch. When I say a touch, I mean like 1/64 of a teaspoon. And then this last one is Purple Rain by Brambleberry. And I didn't go heavy on the colors because, lavender, sage, lavender's not a really, dark color, but sage has that silvery, it's green and it's silvery, but it's not a bold green like basil or anything like that. So that's how I decided to go on those colors. So I'm actually doing, this is what kicked my butt, a double batch. And I don't know why I didn't do them in the, I think because I did 60 ounces and I just need to learn to, roll with it, which I have been doing lately. Like if I have 7 ounces left, then I just, either add, making more oils or, just do something else with it. But I didn't hear, and it was so fluid, and I really did question it, but I didn't realize at the time that I did do my lye solution wrong. And at least I did it this way. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered because it's cold process. So if it would have been lye heavy, that's a rebatch and extra oils added. Being it's not that and it's oil heavy, I don't really want to rebatch the soap. No, at this point I don't want to rebatch the soap. It just means it's going to be extra moisturizing. It's not like there's oil sitting on the soap, okay? It's not that oil heavy. It's just instead of, 5-10%, I don't know. I'd have to figure it out what percent of super fat it is, but it's just extra fatty. An extra fatty soap bar. I will show you a lather test at the end to show you that it does amazingly not hinder the lather as much as I really thought it would. I had huge high expectations for this. I was so excited. It was flowing good. It was, but I know the mess up was in the beginning when I was pouring off my oils and I was like, intending to pour 33, and then it was like, oh, but there's only this much left, and it was like, oh yeah, I did 60, so then minus 20, I had 40 because I was doing a double batch, and yeah, and sometimes you're like your mind is on other problems in life and not on soaping, which is not always a good thing. Even when I'm so used to it, it's I can do it in my sleep, but I can't. In reality, I can't. But this was just basic drop swirl. As you can see, that's all I'm doing, a drop swirl. And it's setting up, like I would expect. And a hanger through it all. Just a little bit of a hanger. Sometimes just a basic drop swirl is nice, and then on the other hand, running the hanger through gives you a little bit more variation, more pull, more drag, more things. And then, see, still liquidy, but that's because there's so much oil in there. It's like if you had done like if you did a high water content, probably still be fluid, but eventually all your water would evaporate out and you would have a hard bar eventually, whether it took 3 months or whatever. This took a while to harden up, and I will show you it didn't totally harden up, not 100% yet. It took forever for it to as you can see, the top is still, it's so liquidy. Like I was hoping to texture more, and it just took forever to set up, so I really couldn't do it. So I just did the little, let's flick the colors across the top and, hope for the best, because I was just like, this is so weird, it shouldn't have been doing this. It wasn't a, you know, I guess I don't have a special swirl, you know, formula, but very soft. It was very soft, and I noticed that right off the bat. I've done this before, maybe not to this extent, but I have done it before where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so soft, and then it does harden up, but this one, it didn't. As you can see when I cut through it, just watch how easy my cutter goes through. It just, I mean, plop. There's just nothing. There was no pull. There's no drag. There's literally nothing. I don't know if you can hear that. That must be my son's pickup. It just sounds really loud. Oh, he's parked over by me. That's why. Yeah, I'm like, gosh, that thing is so loud. I don't know why it's loud. But yeah, just super soft. And I actually let it set out after I cut them all to just hope they would, you know, harden up a little bit so I wouldn't mush them. But they turned out really pretty. However, when you see the end product, you're going to see it almost looks like some of the color bleeds. It's a blotchy color. Not too bad, but it's not as pretty as this, where it's, you know, it's got pretty swirls, it's got pretty dips and dives. Yeah. I mean, I was ecstatic. That's an end bar. What are we doing with the end bar? I was super ecstatic. That looks like a flower. That's another end bar. I'll show you again, but look at the flower. Oh, I didn't point it out. It does. It looks like a flower. That one. Yeah, see? It's got the swirls, and then it looks like two flowers. Yeah. But see what I mean? This is 8 weeks, you guys, after. 8 weeks after. I can put holes in this thing. My grandson obliterated this bar. I put it in the bathroom, and he literally obliterated it. I'm sure because it was soft. But it doesn't hinder the lather at all. I did a pH test on it. I don't think I showed you, but it was a perfect soap. It was an 8. It was good. It wasn't the 14. Here are the fragrance notes for this bar. Here's the bars right after I cut them. I want you to look at the difference. Ready? Here are the bars when they're cured. See, you got leaching of color. Ugh. But anyway, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.